Hey there, Aries. Welcome to your reading for the week of March 22nd. We're going to just jump right in here, Aries. We're going to take a look at your current general energies in this first row. In your second row, we're going to look at the most important message for you this week. In your third row, we're going to look at any messages from your guides. And then at the end, we are going to pull 3 yes or no question cards for you. And I will also be answering those as if they are, as if I know what your question is, even though I don't. So that'll be that, Aries. Aries, this is looking good so far for you. Also, make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you this week. This is one of those weeks that is shockingly similar to all other readings. You're one of the last signs that I'm reading for this week, and all the readings have had the Chariot, has shown up a million times. The Sun as well, really good card, so there's nothing wrong with that. But it's kind of interesting. This hasn't happened to me in like 3 years at least. I remember where I was the last time that I had just a complete week of readings that were so similar. I don't remember what happened in that week. I don't know. We'll find out. You have the Lion Spirit here. It says, be generous of spirit. I do feel that for some of you, this is about socializing. Mostly because you have the Eight of Wands and the Three of Cups. These are both social cards. I mean, the Eight of Wands is a card of socializing. It is a card of communicating. And the Three of Cups is a card of your community or the community. So I feel like some of you could be socializing here. You keep getting moving in your reading. So some of you also could just be discovering like a new group of people or spending time with new people. Yeah, you have this Owl Spirit says you can see clearly now. We're going to have to dig in to see what you see clearly now. You have the Eight of Wands, the Chariot, and the Three of Cups here. I do get third-party situation vibes here. I do not personally consider the Three of Cups to be a card of a third party at all. To me, it's the Three of Swords, but I am getting something about a third party here, where some of you could have been in a third party. And I do feel that, I feel like you're moving towards new love if you were in a third party. Nine of Swords to the Ace of Pentacles here. Ace of Pentacles is like a new path, new opportunity. Even this way here, you have the Eight of Wands, Nine of Swords, and the Seven of Cups. It's almost like, in a lot of ways, I feel like what you're seeing clearly if you were in a third party is that I feel like you were seeing that, you're seeing this person's empty, on the inside. I feel like you're like, maybe you were very upset about it, or you have been very upset about it, Nine of Swords, understandably, but I feel that there's some sort of switch that has happened right here. And I feel the switch is you realizing that someone who needs a third party is empty on the inside. So, I feel like you're realizing that someone who put you in a third party didn't have a lot to offer in the first place. Even when you think about it, I almost am seeing the Eight of Wands as a checklist in my head, Aries. It's almost like you're saying to yourself, like, wait a minute, I did this, I did this, I did this. But then when you look at their side of the checklist, it's like maybe they did like 1 or 2 things. For you, I feel like you were constantly doing things. I'm really focused on the Chariot rider's head right here. He's got this like star right here on his head. But you know what the weird thing is I'm looking at that as mental energy for some reason. It's popping into my head that I think this person, I feel like they did things to make you feel like that you were the one that had expectations in the situation, Aries. Like I feel like they did things like where they weren't willing to give into the relationship at all. And I feel if you asked for something or if you pointed out the fact that you did a lot, I feel like they like somehow flipped it around on you. I get like this weird flippy thing popping in my head. It's almost like they convinced you that you were the one that's wrong, to have expectations in a relationship or something like that. So I get this like weird checklist thing. For others, by the way, if you are moving, there is going to be crazy success for you. Even if you go and watch the reading for the 16th of March, the daily reading, I'm almost 1,000% sure I said something for you that was last night that I did that reading. And I said something in there about you moving. And I said, if you are moving, there is major success. It might have been the night of the 15th. I don't actually remember, but it was either the 15th or the 16th that I said something about you moving. And I get the same thing here. I feel like there are going to be major benefits to any move. This could be literally moving or traveling. For others, this could be you're changing work. You could just be moving from one job to another or something like that. I feel there are going to be huge benefits to a change, and I love it. So let's dig into this here, Aries, and see what is going on for you here with this energy, Aries. You have the Queen of Wands, your energy. I feel like you're coming up in a very strong position here. I feel like you're feeling very bold, very assertive. I almost feel this like, it's kind of like it's circling this whole reading, this whole first row here. I almost feel like I'm trying to come up with a good way to put this, Aries, because it's a very weird feeling. I almost feel like each one of these cards is inside of you. It's almost like each one of these things is its own separate little piece of something inside of you here. Very strange feeling, but I feel like this is a good thing, is what I would say. I feel like you're kind of like being bold, being assertive, really standing up to something here. 10 of Cups, happy home, happy family, fortune after difficulty, and another really amazing card for community. I would say, to me, the past 2 years and even like the next few years, there are a lot of benefits in teamwork, working on a team, co-creating with other people. So if you have those opportunities in work or business, there will be more money, more success, more everything in doing that. And you have the 10 of Wands here. This definitely weighed on you. This third party situation, I feel more than anything that the third party kind of like more affected you mentally here, Aries. I feel that, obviously that's that hurts the ego, right? For sure. So I feel for some of you, it kind of like bruised your ego, understandably here. So I feel like that was a major burden that you were dealing with in the recent past. For others, I just feel this is rewards for your work is what's popping into my head. I personally do not consider the 10 of Wands to be a bad card. I think it's challenging. It can represent extra responsibilities, but he is also about to get to this village that he is walking towards here, and it can represent like major success. It can represent getting to the end of your journey and getting your rewards as well. It is the end. So I do feel there are rewards, and right next to it, the sun. So obviously there's a lot of happiness coming in for you here, Aries. Next, in your area of most important message for you this week, you have the standstill card. I feel like saying, even if you feel like you're standing still, you're moving forward. I don't know, Aries, the messages I get, right? You have the 8 of Cups. I feel that for some of you, here's the thing about the 8 of Cups, is that we can see the 8 of Cups, we can see the guy on here. A more accurate representation of the 8 of Cups would be to have a black card, right? Because he's walking into complete darkness. He has no clue where he is going. He doesn't know if he's moving forwards or backwards. I feel that you might feel like you're at a standstill in your life, but I actually feel like you're making significant amounts of progress right now. Yeah, you have this adventure card, definitely going on some sort of adventure. You have the 8 of Cups, the 9 of Swords, and the Sun. I feel like you're moving towards the sun. It's like you are moving towards happiness, joy. I feel like you're moving towards warmth as well, is a word that's definitely popping into my head. I feel like very cold energy. I even feel this person was very, if you were dealing with this person in love that I've been describing, I feel like they were very cold. Like I feel like their energy was not very loving in the first place. So you probably felt very cold with this person. For others, I feel that this is a change that you're making. But to me, you are about to have a realization in the future. If you're moving, if you're traveling, or if you're getting a job somewhere else, I feel that you're going to be almost looking back on the past and feeling a little bit neglected, because something coming in for you, I feel, is significantly better than whatever you experienced in the past. Like if you had a job, I feel like you could be moving jobs, and I almost get the words like you're going to be changing jobs and you're going to be saying to yourself like, why didn't I do this way sooner? Because I feel crazy things could be happening. Like maybe you realize that your boss was really paying you not enough at all, clearly. And I feel that you could be getting a new job where you're being paid fairly and you're like, oh my God, like what was I doing for all those years? So I get this kind of like surprise. I wouldn't really say surprise. I just think it's just you saying like, I shouldn't have been afraid to make the change. I almost feel this is a good thing, and I do feel it's a little bit of a wake-up call. I'm getting the word wake-up call on the 9 of Swords. 9 of Swords does not represent a wake-up call, but I feel like what this does is I feel like it makes you more willing to try new things. It's like sometimes I think we're just afraid to try new things or to, make a change or whatever because we're afraid of what's out there, or who knows. And so we don't. But then like once we do make a change and we see how great it is, we're like, oh my God, I'm going to start making a lot of changes. And that's what I feel like happens here for you. It's like you're really starting to say, you know what, like I've been afraid with the 8 of Cups here to take risks, but it's like, why not now? And that's what you're doing here, Aries. This is like a very empowering reading. Again, the readings this week have been very similar, all very empowering, so I like it. You have the Page of Cups. Could be definitely new love coming in for you here, Aries. 6 of Wands, success. You have not been forgotten, is what I feel like this is saying. You have 2 6s. I love 2 6s when they come up next to each other. To me, it puts you kind of on the right path. It says you are on the right path. I feel like this is saying the universe has not forgotten the difficulties and the challenges that you've been going through. And the lovers, there is happiness coming in for you. This is a new love situation. I feel like you need to realize that new love is coming in for you here, and it's something that is significantly, a significant improvement over this last person here. I feel like this last person had a lot of power over you in the sense that, I feel they could, it's like maybe you were always waiting for their text messages or, communication. And it's like you would respond very quickly, but I feel like they would make you wait and all this other stuff. I feel like I said this to you in your mid-monthly reading because I get the same message I feel for you, Aries, that it's almost like this person has a very messed up view of relationships, the world, everything like that. It's kind of sad. I mean, it could be one of those things where you were dealing with a person who has trauma or who has attachment issues or, who knows, because of childhood or whatever. So I feel like this person has a very messed up view of the world and love, and it's almost like they punish people that they're in relationships with. A very strange messages that I'm getting there, but okay. For this new person, I feel like is going to give you all the love and attention you need, obviously, with the 6 of Wands and 2 Cups. Definitely new love coming in for you here. I feel like this person matches better with you as well, in general, with that lovers, so I like that. I'm getting the name Greg popping into my head as well. So, I mean, take that with a grain of salt, but it just popped into my head. At the end here, we have the message in a bottle card. This is messages from your guides. I feel like a lot of people are getting this energy of the 4 Cups, right? 4 Cups keeps coming up in readings. To me, 4 Cups says we need to sometimes read between the lines. He's manifesting those cups in front of him, but he's got his arms folded. He's saying no to the cups that are in front of him. And it's because they don't look exactly like what he's trying to manifest. I feel like your guides, for whatever reason, with this card, it is a good card, but I do feel like they are asking you to kind of read between the lines and to maybe realize that you are manifesting new beginnings and better things and things that you desire. It just might not look like how you want it. The best way I could describe this energy, and I've talked about this before because it shows up in the astrology, it's we have to look at things as a stepping stone. So, for example, it's maybe we want a new job, and maybe there's something you've always wanted to do, but maybe it would require you to go to school, or it would require you to go through some sort of training or something like that. There are a lot of these stepping stone opportunities, but maybe we feel we're too old to go back to school, or that we couldn't pass the tests or whatever. This kind of says do it anyway. So I feel like your guides are asking you to do something, regardless. And this is something you've always wanted to do. So I feel for some of you, you just need to get going. You have the Ace of Pentacles, 6 of Swords, and the 7 of Cups here. You are being guided. This guy right here, back here, represents a guide, and it's showing up in the area of your guides. He is someone who goes back and forth between the choppy waters. I feel like saying your guides have your back here. I feel like they're guiding good news into your life with the Ace of Pentacles. And I also feel like they're guiding you on your path at this time. The 7 of Cups, I really feel, is your guides wanting you to know that you're spoiled for choice. I feel like your guides want you to know if you can dream it, you can have it. And I feel your guides want you to get very specific about the things that you want to experience in your life. And then I feel like your guides want to help you get those things. So let's see how exactly are they going to help you at this time? 3 of Pentacles, teamwork. So you have a lot of these cards of teamwork, Aries. If I were you, I would be doing everything I could to develop a team, to form a team, to work on a team, to work with other people. I feel there's going to be a lot of attention here, a lot of positive opportunities in teamwork. So if you're starting a business or even in work or business, I would work with other people because I feel like, you have too many cards that represent the community. Love it. You have the Knight of Pentacles here as well. And the Star, definitely make a wish. I feel like your guides want you to make a wish with this energy right here. I feel like they want you to realize that you can have whatever you want. The Knight of Pentacles it's popping into my head as the steps is what's popping into my head. So it's almost like I feel your guides are giving you the steps. It's like they're going to be guiding you and giving you telling you what you need to do almost. And they're going to be guiding you on work or whatever it is you're working on. It doesn't have to be work or business. It could be maybe you're working on your health or spirituality or love. I feel like you are being guided with this energy. There's no other way to say it. 3 of Pentacles really, I feel, is saying where can you do the best work? 3 of Pentacles is a card of quality, and that's what's popping into my head. I feel like your guides are saying, like, if you're looking for a job, I feel like there's an area of your life where you produce the most quality, whatever, right? And I feel that's what you should be working on, is on something where you can create quality work. I feel like people will be recognizing you. You have a lot of recognition here. Some of you could be getting a raise or promotion going this way, because you do have a lot of cards that would represent like recognition, achievements, good things coming in for you. So this is a really good reading here, Aries. I am going to pull 3 yes or no question cards now, and we're going to do 1. I'm actually going to include that card, 2 and 3 right here. Aries, feel free to pause this video if you need time to think about your questions, but we're going to do 1, 2, and 3. And so for question number 1, I would say, nope, I feel like too beat up in a situation here, too many wounds in a situation. So I would say no. 7 of Swords, 9 of Wands. So I'd walk away. For question number 2, 5 of Cups, I would say no. Too many regrets. I feel like there's something better coming in for you. If I'm being honest with you, Aries, I feel like this card has to do with the whole entire reading. I feel like this whole entire reading is basically saying to you that there is something significantly better coming in for you in your life, but you're going to have to take the steps to get it. And again, there is like a stepping stone. There is maybe a barrier to entry. I feel like I said this to you in your mid-monthly reading, or it might have been someone else, but it might have been Leo. I feel like it was you, though. But I do feel there is like a barrier to entry, but if you do it, I feel like you'll be very successful. I feel like you need to turn around. There's something very good for you here. He's crying over the spilt wine, but if he turns around, he gets these 2 cups and the bridge to the castle. So I feel like you need to realize that you have a lot to gain. At the end here, you have the Hermit. I would say yes. I feel like you've climbed to the top of the mountain. I'm almost getting like you've learned all the lessons you needed in whatever you're asking about, and so that's going to allow you to move forward. So I would say yes. But this is an interesting reading here, Aries. I would definitely read between the lines here as well with that message in a bottle card. Like it's almost like your guides are guiding you, but it's like they can't directly guide you. It's like maybe you think about something and you just feel good, right? When you think about it, maybe you think about starting a business or going back to school and it feels right. I feel like your guides are saying, trust that. Maybe you think about school and you see 11:11 on the clock. I feel like trust that, right? It's like a guide. I feel like your guides are guiding you, but like more in between the lines. So definitely something to pay attention to. This is a good reading. So thank you for being here, Aries. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you this week. Also, feel free to like and subscribe. Really appreciate the support. But thank you, Aries, and definitely enjoy your week.